Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Mr. Witness, nakita ko dito, no, merong 6 na AOMs na in-issue. And meron dito sa 6, non-submission of documentary evidence of payment. Ito ba ay na-fulfill ba ito after nag-issue kayo ng AOM?
Based on sa mga na-issue ko po, since ang na-issue ko lang po na AOMs ay for the fourth quarter of 2022, first to second quarter of 2022 of the OBP, and first to second quarter 2022 of the OBP. Ang naabutan ko po lang po na may response na may kasamang documentary evidence of payments ay yung fourth quarter of 2022 po ng OBP.
Fourth quarter of 2022. At ano, yun, diba kasi pag nag-issue kayo ng AOM, ang sagot normally is compliance, diba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Yung compliant lang is fourth quarter of 2022 for this particular item in non-submission of DEP, documentary evidence of payment.
Yes po, Your Honor. Based on my personal knowledge po. Kasi yan lang po yung naabutan.
Ano yung kanilang submit para ma-fulfill itong non-submission of DEP?
Nag-submit po sila ng acknowledgement receipts po, Your
Ito
Honor.
yung mga acknowledgement receipt na pinakita ng counsel for the prosecution.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Nung sinabit sa inyo itong mga acknowledgement receipts, may mga pangalan nga nasabi ng ating mga senador. Vinalidate nyo ba kung itong mga pangalan na ito ay totoo o hindi?
Hindi po, Your Honor, kasi hindi po yan yung focus po ng audit namin.
So sa sige, go ahead.
Since what we do po is compliance audit. So ang naging focus po namin ay yung expenses po na based on the face of the acknowledgement receipts, as well as yung date kung kailan binayad, as well as yung amount po. Since binavalidate po namin siya based on the requirements of the Joint Circular 2015-01.
Binavalidate nyo ba kung yung pangalan ay totoong tao o hindi?
Hindi na po kasi hindi po yun yung focus ng audit po namin, Your Honor.
Nasabi mo rin kanina sa sagot mo na neither allowed or disallowed. Tama?
Neither allowed nor prohibited po.
Or prohibited ang paggamit ng alias.
Yes po, Your
Sa
Honor.
ibang mga agencies na enforcement agencies, ibang government agencies na gumagamit ng alias, pinapayagan ba o hindi?
Hindi naman po namin ma-determine based on the documents alone kung alias or not kasi wala naman po silang ina-attach na document na nagsasabing alias po yung nakalagay doon sa kanilang resibo.
Meron bang mga agencies na gumagamit ng alias?
Katulad po ng nasabi ko, Your Honor, hindi po namin ma-determine based on the document alone kung alias ba yun or not po.
Lalo na sa mga informant agencies yung gumagamit ng intelligence funds, I would assume na may mga cases na gumagamit sila ng aliases dahil nga mga informants. Meron ka bang ganyan na experience na sinabi sa inyo ng agencies na hindi nila ma-reveal yung totoong pangalan? Dahil hindi naman prohibited, di ba?
Opo, wala pa naman po experience, Your Honor.
So lahat ng mga ARs na merong ganitong source of information, totoong pangalan ang sinasabit nila?
Hindi, katulad po ng nasabi ko, wala po kaming way to determine since nakabase lang po kami on the face of the document as submitted po.
Okay, yung mga sa ibang mga agencies na nagsasubmit ng mga ganitong rewards, no, nagbibigay ng information and rewards. Nakita ko dito merong rewards for medicine, rewards for various supplies. Ano siya, cash or medicine or in kind ang ibinibigay?
Based on those documents po, since nakalagay close and open parenthesis medicine, so medicine po yung binigay. And then yung isa po, payment of rewards, close and open parenthesis various goods. So various goods po yung binigay, Your Honor.
So ibig sabihin, may reward sila, hindi cash ang binigay, medicines at various supplies.
Based on the acknowledgement receipts po, yes po, Your Honor.
And that is allowed?
The joint circular naman po is, wala naman po siyang naka-specify kung paano nila babayaran yung rewards as long as yung requirements po nung circular ay fulfilled po.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Mr. Senate President.